I'm having a conversation with this guy that's wanting to try this water concept to transform his own experiences. And positive thinking does not work. It's like a double negative, and you'll experience more of what you don't want if you just use positive thinking. An example of that are like monks. They meditate and do a lot of positive thinking, yet their experiences seem to be getting worse. Wayne Dyer is an example of somebody that's extremely positive thinker, yet he's got cancer. And there's a cause to our cancers. If you are on your right track, you are not getting sick. Um, huge explanation there, but I won't go into that right now. So the whole deal is to match up your subconscious mind with your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is attracting everything that you experience. And subconsciously, you have a lot of rules, a lot of beliefs that are guiding your experiences. And that's what needs to be transformed. A lot of this, every product that you use has programmed your subconscious mind to associate all products, all services, every way that you spend your money and even earn your money is programmed you to attract the experience of love. Sex sells. While stuff does not provide you with the love that you're looking for, you have to understand that that's what it is you're searching for. But you have these rules within yourself that says, as long as I get this, I'll experience the love. And that is what needs to be transformed. Now, I am not a master transform, I'm not a master at this yet, but I do have more than enough. I call them anchors, experiences where I've used this technique and have seen it work. And if it works once, twice, three times, it'll work with everything. So that's why I started my channel, is not to say I'm perfect at this, but to use it as a diary so you can see how I'm working on myself, the information I'm using for myself, and you can see how it works. It's easy to write a book and say, this is how it worked, and say, your past experiences and then write about it. But it is more effective if you watch through example. Like, um, the time that I was going around saying an airbrush is just going to be mailed to my door. If you lived beside me, if you watched my behaviors and then just seen the airbrush show up, it would have affected your experience because you were part of it. You were observing it. It has a lot more effect to observe somebody actually transforming themselves. So that's why I'm doing the channel that I'm doing, while I'm not perfect at it. And part of that is because I'm really against leaders. um, Leaders tend to act as if they know best. And we tend to follow leaders, and we make the mistake of being brainwashed into going down their path. So it's kind of important for you to see that I'm not perfect. Don't follow me because I'm not perfect. But as a group, together, can we find the leader within ourselves to help transform ourselves and not form any leader in the process? Because I really don't want to be a leader because there's so much wrong with leadership. We should be working together and sharing information together. Each one of us has a piece of the puzzle to the bigger picture. I may see a glimpse of it, But that's my glimpse of it. And the only thing I know for sure is that glimpse won't be perfect until I'm in union with everybody else's picture of it. So I'm like open to hearing everybody else's just as much as I want to be heard. So here's how it works, and it'll probably be more than this one video. Um, when you can't just say this is what I want. Um, for example, I'm I'm experiencing a global problem. Um, I am on a welfare system, and getting employment is challenging, but I have a lot of rules that prevents me from actually being employable. And a lot of these rules are making a lot of logic sense to me, while it may look completely insane to everybody else. But um, because of my experiences, I can see where a lot of ways we are earning our living is actually sustaining all of the problems that are causing this global economic challenge. So for me to work in a specific area would mean I would be perpetuating the very thing that I hate the most. And I would personally rather be doing this. I personally have developed this rule that as long as you put out what you love doing and do it for free and love what you are doing and don't worry about the money will eventually come. Kind of sort of against a monetary system. So, you know, we're in a transition, and I might be the first line of this transition, and a lot of us are going to be unemployed. We're all going to have the same experiences that I'm experiencing, because as you lose your employment, um, you'll be living in the poverty. You will be a little bit more awake to what caused your poverty, and it will actually develop an illness that will prevent you from doing the wrong thing, just like me. If I do the wrong thing, the illnesses that I cured will show up again. So it's a matter of, if you want to continue your good health and you listen to yourself, then you won't do the same jobs that are creating you to become sick. Um, so, you know, I found all of these tools on transformation, and I'm seeing a lot of global problems. So, one of my problems that I'm trying to transform is, how do I actually be effective in this process? Um, and here's the technique: is the problem that I'm experiencing is inside me. So any problem that you have is going to be inside you. Every time you make a complaint or an excuse, you think something out there is being done to you, when it's actually coming from self. Hard pill to swallow, but you get power that way. So it's a good thing if you can see it, that it's coming from you. If you look at it from the outside, that it's all happening from everybody else, you have no power, because you have to work like I am at trying to manipulate everybody else to do something different. And that is sort of like the insanity that I'm dealing with. Is I am not responsible for how everybody acts and thinks. And it would be insane of me to think I'm going to be responsible for changing the way everybody thinks. So I'm not holding that responsibility. I see the logic in that. But what I can do is enjoy sharing the information of what has helped me, and just be in my own little world and really enjoying the process of me just sharing information that I've learned. Not with the golden rule of needing to change the world, but for me just to enjoy what I do during the day. in sharing this information.